Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. The storm clouds hanging over the intersection of politics, entertainment, and media regulation just got darker. Following ABC's controversial suspension of late-night host Jimmy Kimmel after his explosive remarks about right-wing firebrand Charlie Kirk, the debate about media censorship has ignited across the country. Now, that fire has been stoked even further after the chair of the Federal Communications Commission, FCC, suggested she may look into the View in light of the panel's frequent critiques of former President Donald Trump. The statement has triggered a maelstrom of outrage, concern, and speculation, raising fears that government officials may be trying to weaponize regulatory powers against critical voices on television. At the same time, Trump allies are celebrating the potential crackdown, claiming that mainstream outlets like ABC and its long-running daytime talk show The View have long engaged in what they call unfair character assassination. The Kimmel suspension, a catalyst for controversy. The saga began earlier this week when ABC abruptly announced that Jimmy Kimmel's Jimmy Kimmel Live would be pulled from the air indefinitely. While the network declined to provide specific details, sources close to production pointed to Kimmel's fiery on-air monologue in which he criticized Charlie Kirk, a prominent conservative activist and podcaster, after Kirk mocked the death of a Hollywood colleague. Kimmel, who has long clashed with conservative figures, accused Kirk of being a ghoul profiting off cruelty. The remarks sparked immediate backlash among right-wing commentators, who demanded ABC discipline the comedian. Within 48 hours, the network issued its suspension announcement. The decision infuriated Kimmel's supporters, who argued that silencing him amounted to bowing to political pressure and undermining free expression. But it also emboldened Trump-aligned voices, who began demanding that the FCC scrutinize other shows they view as hostile toward conservatives. FCC Chair's statement: "We'll look into it." Amid this uproar, FCC Chairwoman Jessica Rosenworcel found herself pressed during a Thursday press conference about whether the agency might apply similar scrutiny to other programs, specifically The View. While Rosenworcel initially emphasized that the FCC does not directly police political speech, she raised eyebrows when she added, "We've received a number of public complaints about certain daytime talk shows. While I cannot comment on specific cases, if there are credible concerns, we'll look into it." The offhand remark quickly snowballed into headlines suggesting that the FCC might be preparing to investigate The View, a show that has become a cultural lightning rod for its outspoken liberal co-hosts like Joy Behar, Sunny Hostin, and Whoopi Goldberg. Critics of the FCC chair say her words were vague but dangerous, potentially signaling that regulatory powers could be used to chill political commentary on daytime television. The View, a frequent target of conservatives. For decades, The View has been both beloved and reviled for its unfiltered conversations on politics, culture, and celebrity gossip. In the Trump era, the panelists have become some of his most persistent media critics. Joy Behar has repeatedly called Trump a threat to democracy, while Whoopi Goldberg has clashed with Republican guest hosts and walked off set during heated debates. Trump himself has attacked the show on social media, deriding it as fake news and terrible television. Conservative commentators have likewise accused The View of crossing the line between entertainment and partisan propaganda. Now, with Kimmel suspended and ABC under the microscope, Trump's allies see an opening to pressure regulators into investigating the program. Fox News personalities spent much of this week railing against the show, suggesting it poisons daytime television with unchecked left-wing hate. Legal experts push back, but many constitutional scholars were quick to slam the idea that the FCC should intervene in political talk shows. The FCC has no role in refereeing political commentary on network television, said Jeffrey Stone, a First Amendment scholar at the University of Chicago. This is not obscenity, indecency, or a technical broadcasting violation. It's political speech, which enjoys the highest level of constitutional protection. Stone added that even suggesting a possible investigation into The View could have a chilling effect on broadcasters, making them wary of criticizing political leaders for fear of regulatory retaliation. Civil liberties groups echoed this sentiment. The American Civil Liberties Union released a statement warning that government threats to regulate programming based on political content are a direct assault on free expression. A brewing political battle. Behind the scenes, Washington insiders say the controversy could escalate into a broader showdown over media regulation and free speech. Congressional Republicans have already signaled they will use their oversight powers to push the FCC to act. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, RGA, tweeted, If ABC can suspend Jimmy Kimmel for attacking Charlie Kirk, why is The View allowed to spew hate about President Trump every single day? Enough is enough. On the other side, Democratic lawmakers have accused conservatives of hypocrisy, pointing out that many of the same figures who defended Fox News editorial freedom are now cheering for federal scrutiny of liberal-leaning programs. Senator Elizabeth Warren D. blasted the FCC chair's comments, writing, "The government should not be in the business of policing daytime talk shows because Donald Trump's feelings are hurt. The First Amendment is not optional." ABC in the hot seat. For ABC, the firestorm could not come at a worse time. The network is facing criticism from both sides, liberals furious over Kimmel's suspension and conservatives demanding action against The View. Executives have reportedly held emergency meetings to craft a strategy. Insiders say there is growing concern that the Kimmel decision, intended to diffuse political outrage, has instead emboldened critics and made ABC vulnerable to accusations of selective enforcement. ABC is caught in a vice, one executive told Variety. If they reinstate Kimmel, they risk angering conservatives. If they cave to calls to rein in The View, they risk alienating their core audience. Either way, the backlash will be intense. What comes next? The FCC has not announced any formal investigation into The View or any other ABC programming, but Rosenworcel's remarks have created a cloud of uncertainty. The mere possibility of regulatory action is enough to stir fears of censorship in an already polarized media landscape. Meanwhile, Kimmel's suspension remains unresolved. Sources say negotiations between the comedian's representatives and ABC are ongoing, with Kimmel demanding assurances that he won't be muzzled when he returns. As for The View, the co-hosts have yet to address the FCC controversy on air, though industry watchers predict it's only a matter of time before Joy Behar delivers a fiery response. The bigger picture. At its core, the uproar highlights the precarious relationship between entertainment, politics, and free speech in today's America. Television personalities like Jimmy Kimmel and the hosts of The View are not just entertainers, they're influential voices shaping public opinion. That makes them prime targets for political actors eager to control the narrative. But as experts repeatedly warn, allowing government regulators to decide what kind of political speech is acceptable risks undermining the very freedoms the U.S. Constitution was designed to protect. Once you allow the FCC to look into a show because it criticizes a politician, you've crossed a dangerous line, said Stone. That's not democracy, that's authoritarianism. Conclusion. The FCC chair's casual remark about looking into The View has unleashed a political firestorm at the very moment ABC is grappling with the fallout of Jimmy Kimmel's suspension. Whether or not regulators actually intervene, the chilling effect may already be felt, as networks weigh the risks of angering politicians against the duty to foster open debate. In an era where politics and entertainment collide daily, the question remains, will the government step back and respect the boundaries of free expression, or are we witnessing the start of a new chapter in politically motivated media crackdowns? For now, all eyes are on ABC, the FCC, and the co-hosts of The View, and the battle over who controls the conversation in American living rooms is only just beginning.